No, and no.
Are you doing this just to annoy?
Yeah, just go do your thing, Crow. Okay, how did I do this again? I can't really remember. And we don't get anything out of it. So this has to be something to do with this one.
I got nothing. I mean, aside from murdering, but... Someday soon I'm gonna...
I don't have anything here that I can use. Okay.
That God's damn talking bird! Magical aberration! If I get my hands on a filthy feathered thing, I'll twist its scrawny little... language. What can I do for you, young madam?
Let's play this nice and... About that talking bird that's bothering you.
Yes, what about it?
I just saw it.
Where? Where? Go look for that goddamn bird over there.
Yeah, I would love to do that, Lina. Okay, so... Okay, there we go. Now you can do it. We do like this.
Thank the gods of feathers, you're...
There we go. Now we get one guy out of the picture. One guy out.
Soft-headed fool. We'll need to carry him home to have someone look at his head. The tree can wait until tomorrow. You do the carrying. I'd do it myself, but someone needs to lead the way and keep an eye out for potholes.
That was brilliant! First, I did my thing, and then that goofball tried to hit me with a rock, and then stuff happened, and Dung for Brains got knocked out, and then they all left. End scene. It was almost like one of those puppet shows that Wizard puts on in the square. It was hilarious!
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, right.
That's the most fun I've had since... I don't know. I guess since I hung out with April all those years ago.
Okay. Let's, before we go into the abode, let's go and see what's his face? Roper Clax. I had forgotten that we had gotten we could go past here now.
I wish I had wings.
I feel I know nothing about you, Zoe. We haven't really had a chance to talk bird to bird.
Smooth.
Like, what sort of labor do you do back home? Mostly homemaking or,
That's very sexist, Crow.
I know. The girls always tell me I'm sexy. It makes me blush, but you can't see it on account of the feathers.
Not sexy, sexist.
Exactly.
Oh, I give up. But anyway, no, I don't do the homemaking. I'm learning about neural programming. It's a way to tell machines how to think and operate. I'll be a programmer when, well, when all of this is over. The world's saved, etc. I've kind of put the whole career thing on hold.
Women always do that. It's because they need to take care of the nest.
It's connected to the pipes. Looks
here is Roper
steamy,
Clax.
punky, very retro future.
Hello.
I can't even begin to guess what they're for.
Okay, we don't see Roper Clax here right now. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to go in there. We're gonna be see Roper Clax do his fingerlings. Roper Clax and fingerlings. I think I just messed that up. Oh well.
I barely see any Domarios.
The fingerlings are kinda cringeworthy, but hey. Just a little bit cringeworthy. Okay, let's enter the abode. And we will go in there alone. Well, except for maybe Crow, I guess.
This place looks a lot bigger on the inside. It is a lot bigger on the inside. Okay, this is freaky. I feel dizzy. There must be magic here because this makes no sense. Things can't be bigger on the inside than on the outside. Then again, why should I be surprised? I've seen weirder things. Weird is my new normal. Right, so, clues. This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a New Age shop. Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them. Abnaxis must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia. Abnaxis was a very well-read man, thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Someone's here. Get out of my...
Whoa, Nelly! Easy, easy. There's nothing to worry about. Zoe Castillo. You're literally the last person I expected to find in here.
I remember him from my last visit to Mercuria. Brian, right?
Right. Brian. Brian Westhouse.
Why are you here?
We spent a few days in cramped quarters on a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I remembered nothing. Even when I tried my best to remember, I couldn't. Well, not until now.
I know that feeling all too well, Miss Castillo. So you're back in Mercuria, and in this place of all places. How in the name of the balance did you get inside? People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Like that book you were looking at. That's the Annals of Dreaming. Only 5 were ever made. It must be worth... Well, it's valuable, extremely.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not sure I want to tell this man absolutely everything. I know my way around wards.
So I see. Your talents run deeper than I remember, Miss Castillo. I'm impressed. Pardon my curiosity, but what are you looking for here? Abnaxis himself vanished a decade ago.
It's not that I don't trust him, but I should trust Brian. I was just curious about what was in here.
You know what they say about curiosity, Miss Castillo?
It killed the cat?
What? No. Curiosity is the doorway to knowledge and wisdom. Looks like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green. I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down. Now I know. Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we?
I really want to throw him out.
Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
Mr. Westhouse, Brian. He seems very enthusiastic and friendly. Probably. I have a hard time reading him, to be honest. Looks like a handwritten note.
Interesting.
It's another one of Abnaxis's notes.
Well, we're just gonna have to deal with Westhouse for the time being. But yeah, how did he come inside?
There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books. Abnaxis must have made the bed before leaving for good. But someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures.
Okay.
Obnoxus left so much behind. There's a wealth of information here.
This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One, whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar.
That it
It
does.
says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams. I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one. It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages. Let's see. I'm sure Obnaxus won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him. This is it. This shows the way to the Purple Mountains.
If you see anything that looks relevant, let me know. I can probably decipher it for you.
I don't know where to go next. I should stay here and look for more clues.
I don't want to give Westhouse more stuff. I don't trust Westhouse. Like, how did he get here? Okay, then.
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I'm not sure. The Soul Stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
That sounds ominous.
It does indeed. I don't know about any Soul Stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does. I wonder if Obnaxus means old Roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently, if that's a thing a wizard is capable of. Sounds like this Soul Stone is important. I'm sorry, did you want something?
Yes, because we.
I should get going. Should we?
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well,
I do.
It's private property, isn't it?
Obnaxus isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
He might have the best of intentions, but I made a promise to blind Bob. I'd feel awful if anything happened to Obnaxus's abode. It doesn't look like Brian's going to do any damage. He might... I'm sorry. I don't think I can let you stay in here.
I'm not sure I need your permission.
I...
Only joking. I understand. I'll take my leave now, Miss Castillo. I certainly hope we'll see each other again soon.
he is super. Just like there's something odd. Like, did you notice like the slight inflection of his tone there? It's creepy. He is creepy.
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
No,
No, you did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Find the fingerlings.
Closed and locked. At least until Obnaxus comes back.
So this map here, I would like to get a like a big version because
It's a
I
map of
honestly
the
kind of want
Northlands
to make
showing
a
the way to
D&D
Cloud
campaign
Peak,
set
to the purple
in
mountains.
the Northlands. So you can see the Mercury is almost dead center of this map. You have the Tyran like territories in the west side. Azadia is further west than that. You see Gian as the large island in the bottom. We're going there later, which is that's gonna be a thing. But yeah, I kind of want to make like a D&D thing in this universe. The problem is getting it, like getting the classes and all that correctly, because it needs to be. You need to have something to restrict certain magics, and don't quite know how to do it. Yeah, there's that too. Okay, let's see Roper Clack's fingerlings.
Roper Clax, I presume. He looks wizardly, as in how I expected wizards to look when I was 10.
If you seek an autograph, you must purchase my book first. It's on sale today. Only
No, sorry. I need to talk to you.
Talk, hmm? Well, I only have a few minutes before my show begins, but I'm sure I can spare a couple of them for a pretty young thing like you.
Didn't he and this has to be the... You are Roper Clax, right? The wizard?
Who told you that?
Well, that sign, for one.
No, the wizard part. Who told you? I mean, I'm merely a humble finger puppeteer trying to make an honest living in a cold and heartless world.
But you were a wizard once.
Fully rehabilitated, I don't go anywhere near sorcery, not anymore. You should really read my highly acclaimed and best-selling memoir, A Farewell to My Wizarding Ways. It's a thrilling story of redemption and romance, of dashing heroes and wicked villainesses, of flying castles and curious calculating devices. Every word of it as true as the night is dark and the day is bright, of course.
It's an odd name for a children's puppet show. The Fingerlings.
Ah, my beloved finger puppets, beloved by all, children and critics alike. Gilbert Grothan of the Daily Mercurian called my show simply astonishing and wrote that it was quite impossible to look away. I couldn't believe my eyes, and like a slow-motion cart wreck. You see, the Fingerlings represent a revolution in finger puppeteering, or as I call it, fingering, trademark and patent pending. The women in particular are quite ecstatic about it. Stay for the show. I guarantee a good time.
Do you remember April Ryan?
April Ryan? Oh, yes, of course, absolutely, certainly, naturally. The bitter... the brave young woman who came to my castle and stole it. And helped me put my sorceress past behind me. How could I possibly forget?
He's obviously got some issues with it. So, about April.
Why does everyone like to talk about April Ryan? She was just a weak little human who stumbled onto things she didn't No, I must apologize. You see, April and I had some disagreements in the past. I'm past that now. I'm a different person. As for April Ryan, I hear she suffered an ignoble death at the hands of our Azani benefactors. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame.
I might as well get right. Do you recall owning a soul stone?
A soul stone? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just wondering, since there are so many impressive tales about your powers where I come from.
And where would that be? That was a long time ago. In another life. I've moved on. I'm a different person now in every way.
I was just wondering what happened to the stone.
She took it, that bitch. Balance? Pardon me? I don't know where that came from.
Who?
Yaga, the wicked witch of the north, as these simpletons call her. As if they had any idea who and what she truly is. She lurks in Riverwood in the dark places. She feeds on that stone like a... Like I said, that's in the past, and I've left it all behind long ago. Now I make an honest living bringing joy to children through my most excellent and revolutionary finger puppet theater. And on that note, I must beg your pardon, young miss. The show is about to begin.
Can we please talk again afterwards? I have some more questions.
Sure. Absolutely. After the show, yes. Toodaloo.
Pizza! What is on the pizza?
Yes, here we go. This is gonna be so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans and... well, humans. And you, Azadi soldier standing over there, you're welcome to watch. Just don't rattle your sabers or rustle your suits. Welcome to this morning's performance of... The Fingerlings. I am your host and puppeteer, Roper Clax, esteemed thespian and raconteur, author and entrepreneur. My book is available for purchase with a free personalized dedication. Speak to me after the show. A donation is both appreciated and expected. Drop your coins into the box after the show. Remember that every iron piece goes towards a good purpose.
Aww.
Go Fingerlings!
My beloved Fingerlings, handcrafted reproductions of renowned actors from across Arcadia, immortalized in finger puppet form by skilled artisans. Using only the finest fabrics and natural materials, these lovely creatures are as dear to me as children, and as talented and protean as the finest human players. You're all welcome to approach the stage after the show, of course, to admire my finely crafted miniatures up close and intimately. No food, no touching, no children. And now, beloved audience, prepare yourselves for a journey into mystery, for a true story of wizardry and magic. I present to you the tale of the good-hearted wizard and the villainous winch. Once upon a time, in the distant north, there lived a kindly old wizard in a wonderful flying castle. This very friendly wizard liked to tease and toy with the people of the land, and sometimes he would do silly things like turn them into stone or furry animals and bottle up the wind. Naturally, he meant no harm, and the people of the land loved the wizard like they would a grandfather, a very young and very, very handsome grandfather. But one day, an evil sorceress from a distant land came to visit the kindly wizard. This ugly, selfish witch didn't understand that the wizard was only trying to make people happy. She used her dark sorcery to steal all of his possessions and trap him inside a tiny little box where the gentle wizard was barely able to breathe. The poor old man was trapped for many moons inside this box before a benevolent wandering god arrived to free him from his prison. The wizard pledged eternal allegiance to the wandering god in return for vengeance against the cruel witch who trapped him. Together they...
There he is, Commander. The dangerous loon who's corrupting our youth with his occult finger rings.
What? What's this? What are you doing? What's going on? You can't... Hey! Hey, hands off!
You're teaching children of magic, old man. You ought to know better.
Release me, you dishonorable brute!
By the authority vested in me by the Greater Azadi Empire and the Emissary, and in accordance with provisional imperial law prohibiting any and all teachings of occult magic, I'm taking you into custody.
You can't do this! You don't know who I am!
Tell it to the magistrate, wizard.
My fingerlings! My precious handcrafted fingerlings! No!
So talk about gaslighting.
I cannot believe that they arrested him. What a travesty.
I didn't see that coming.
I guess the Azadi aren't fans of creepy puppet shows either.
I think it had more to do with him being a wizard. Okay, shit. So what now? He was my only lead to the Soul Stone. All I have to go on is something about a Yaga and Riverwood.
Riverwood? I know Riverwood. I've been to Riverwood. If it's Riverwood you need, I know how to get to Riverwood.
Really? And the Yaga? The Wicker Witch?
I don't know anything about Yagas, but I do know something about witches in Riverwood. On my last trip there, we had a close encounter with one of them. That witch is toast, of course, but I can probably find my way back to Riverwood. It's north. We go north. Wait, which way is up? Yeah, north.
Okay. Okay. That's something, right? Much better than nothing. We just need a way to get north that doesn't involve me walking all the way.
Or me flying. I'm not flying all that way. I tire easily. Wait. I feel a cunning plan coming on. Follow me, Zoe.
Uh-oh.
It's either a cunning plan, or I need the toilet. But I'm pretty sure it's a cunning plan.
Oh. But yeah, talk about gaslighting as to what happened in The Longest Journey.
I still can't believe you pulled off the voice and the whole fake hand thing.
The hat looked great on you.
Totally. Not so sure about the beard, though. My face is itchy. Speaking of faces, I can never show mine in Mercuria again. Not after that last bit we did.
If everything goes well, you won't have to.
At least we have a ride. Can I trust this thing?
They're docile cows, the Elguan. Just leave it to me. Mush, Daisy, mush!
Whoa, whoa, I think you're upsetting her.
I'll leave the cowgirling to you. I'll fly ahead and scout the terrain instead. Don't lose sight of me!
Oh. Never change, Crow. Never change.
How much longer will this journey take? Must be nearly a week now.
Welcome
It's
back,
been less than
Lina.
2 days.